Look what you've done!
Hey, do you mind not trampling on my crops?
A bunch of damn fish.
What?
Who's the blithering fool, ill-advised and uncool, with a penchant for getting in trouble? Coward! What's the word for a guy so afraid that he cries every time that he shaves down his stubble? Coward! He's useless, foolish, and empty-brained, and he constantly feels overpowered. He's an unfortunate hero, and his name is Howard the Coward!
Greetings, apprentice.
So are there more rooms than just this one? I see 3 doors. Okay, I can't go through this one. What about this one? Arcane University. Nope. Okay, I'm just outside. All right, let's try door number 3. And I am also back outside. Very cool. Good to know we're making the most of the space. Is there at least classes being taught outdoors? Nope, just a bunch of vacant buildings and a single cobblestone path and a poster for the arena. Are we sponsored by them? Is there a big overlap between students of the Mages Guilds and fans of gladiatorial combat? Oh, okay, cool. Here we are. Everyone's sitting down for class. I guess I'll join them. I guess I was just expecting a little bit more than a few picnic benches and a stone altar. Everyone's staring at me. Am I doing something wrong? Am I making a mistake? If everyone's staring at me, then I must be doing something embarrassing, and they're not telling me because it's funny. They're laughing at me secretly. Oh gods, I gotta get out of here.
I'm sure you've got something exceedingly important to say. But the apprentices do not teach themselves now, do they?
I don't know. I'm not entirely convinced that they don't. I've yet to see a single lesson being taught, a professor give any sort of lecture. Everyone just seems to be walking around in circles and talking about how busy they are. Actually, that pretty much embodies everything the Mages Guild is. What's the point of having this gigantic tower if there aren't any rooms to occupy it except for the one? I didn't even see a staircase. Is the rest of it just for show? If so, who exactly are we trying to impress here? Is this just our way of trying to validate the government that their funding was well spent? Alright, screw this. I'm getting out of here. I can't take this anymore. My disappointment with this guild is immeasurable. I can't believe this is my best opportunity that I can hope for to become a powerful wizard. Incompetence in education systems can normally be overlooked if it weren't for the fact that you are the only education system. When you have no competition, that doesn't give you the right to slack off. If anything, it should encourage you to work harder to ensure that there are no rival guilds. Hell, I think a rival mages guild would do these guys a lot of good. At least encourage them to think about their public image a little bit more critically. Alright, I need to go somewhere else for a while and clear my head, really process all this. I have a quick question. Why are Joffrey and Martin's horses still here? Have they really just been standing here since the end of the crisis? That's been months. They must be starving. All right, come on, Winston. We're getting out of here. You know, once I get my steps in.
You know, stranger, there comes a time in every man's life when he has to admit that he's lost the fight.
Boy, do I relate to that.
Who did I lose to? Who is my great enemy? Oh, don't laugh. It's a bunch of damn fish.
What?
Ah. See, I knew you'd laugh.
No, wait, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I thought you were being serious. Like there was some group of fish bandits out on the road somewhere. Like they just looked like normal bandits with their stupid fur armor, but they also were fish. Come on, even you have to admit, that's a funny visual. Aw man, he slammed the gate door. That's pretty much the universal gesture for stop talking to me, especially for somebody who is only as tall as his gate door. Stupid Arcane University with their stupid rules and their stupid leaders and their stupid everything. I thought after I went from finding a dead Mages Guild associate to creating one, I would have seen everything the guild had to offer, but it turns out that seeing corpses of guild associates is actually pretty common practice. I guess in a way those recommendations did prepare me for what was ahead. Fort Empire? Come on guys, get a more original name than that at least. If Imperial guards come knocking at your door, they're not going to see that your fort is called Empire and assume that it's one of theirs and just walk away. Though in all fairness, I've seen enough incompetence in the military from my short exposure to them to believe that that actually may work. So you know what, never mind, what do I know? Clearly nothing. Whatever, being out in the countryside is helping. I found Aleswell. I wish I knew what that meant and why I felt like it was important to make a mental note of it. You know what, I'm gonna stop in and see if they'll let me use the restroom at least. I forgot to go before we left. This place is deserted. There's not a single soul out here. Nobody's even tending to the crops except for that one... Is it just me? Or is that piece of gardenware floating and moving on its own? Wow, screw the Mages Guild. This is the true source of magic. I gotta see how this is done. Maybe this place is where the Arcane University rejects go when they realize that the only kind of magic they would find in the guild was friendship, and that's not worth a damn thing when it comes to your academic reports.
Talk to Dirham in the inn.
Who said that? Are you a ghost? Are you the ghost of things that will be, or the things that could be? Whoever it was, they just asked me to go speak to somebody at the inn. I will do as you request, spirit, so that your soul may be laid to rest. Okay, coming across a little haunted hamlet was not on the agenda for today. Sakipa's house, Shagolgro Bump's house. What is up with these people's names? Aleswell Inn. Well, maybe the true death here was the death of creativity.
Excuse me.
Another one.
You may be wondering why you can't see me.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my first icebreaker questions for sure. Okay, have we considered that maybe it's some sort of metaphor, a meditation about visibility in a world that is slowly forgetting you, and how even if you die having done something of significance, the world will still continue to rotate without you long after your corpse has turned to ash? That or it's magic. It's probably magic, in which case I could maybe help. I'm part of the Arcane University, though at this point I'm starting to think that may count against my magical prowess than it does towards it.
Everyone in Aleswell suddenly became invisible several weeks ago. It was sort of fun at first, but the novelty has definitely worn off now.
Sort of fun for who exactly? Because when I think of things people could do for fun while being invisible, nothing morally decent springs to mind.
You can imagine how difficult it is to run an inn while invisible.
Get it? Invisible, but I'm tish.
We're sure it was Ankatar's doing, but we can't find him. If you can help us, we will be extremely grateful.
So you guys just woke up one day and all of a sudden you no longer existed? So instead of going next door to the Imperial City to the Arcane University, or hell, at least anybody, you decided to just go ahead and pretend like you didn't exist, play hide and seek when people enter the inn? Having a haunted inn will certainly harm your reputation, but having an abandoned one will make it even worse, especially if bandits catch on that there's no guards here protecting your stuff. Who is this Ankatar guy, and why did you not approach him first? Why did you guys all just stay tethered to this town? Is the work that demanding, so that taking time to make sure that everybody is corporeal would be that much of a damage to the economy?
He's a wizard who took up residence in the ruins of Fort Caractacus a couple of years ago.
Well, at least you picked a cool sounding fort. But you know what? I am kind of interested. Maybe finding an actual wizard who has no ties to the university would do me some good. See how people live on the outside, you know? And of course, you know, help you guys become visible again, so I'm not just talking to a single hanging candle lamp. So tell me about this Ankatar guy. What's he like? What are his aspirations? How much does he make on a yearly basis? Can he afford benefits?
We're pretty sure he's still hiding out in Fort Caractacus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that too, seeing as how not much time has passed since you told me that.
But watch out for the invisible monsters that infest the ruins.
Well, that's a pretty important footnote in the paperwork. If I hadn't asked about that, would you have just let me figure that out on my own? No wonder nobody has come to help you. Not only are you invisible, your respect for human decency seems to have disappeared as well. Exactly how many people are in this room right now? I'm hearing a lot of footsteps.
You remind me of my homeland.
And you remind me of my home, because all I can see are a bunch of wooden walls.
Sometimes people who are invisible are trying to get some privacy.
If you're trying to get privacy, you could at least do it on a different floor.
Oh, what is it, Sarah?
Actually, my name's Howard. Sarah's my mom. People get us confused all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Can I at least have some of your bread? I am pretty hungry. I haven't had a full meal in... Well, actually, I don't really remember when the last time I ate was. I think it was when I had some grapes back in Skingrad. It would still be considered stealing. And call me crazy, but I have no doubt that as soon as I were to pick one up, the Imperial Guard would suddenly make an appearance. Okay, so this fort is not far away at all. Seriously, this is what I'm talking about. This wouldn't cost them much time whatsoever. It's 12 p.m. I guarantee you I will be back before lunchtime is over. At what point does this become a result of their laziness and incompetence rather than them being victims of an external force? I can suddenly see kind of a problem. There's no roads going down there. That's incredibly inconvenient for a fort. All right, Winston, just go very careful. We will get there when we get there. They certainly don't seem to be in any rush, so why the hell should we be? All right, we're almost there. I know this is going to sound counterproductive, but keep your eyes out for invisible monsters. I knew it. They do exist. Oh, gods, run. From what? I don't know. Just run in any direction. Oh, look, even she's confused. She doesn't quite know what she's swiping at. Ah, good idea. Hit them and then follow where the blood trail leads. Oh, no, you got me. Ankatar.
Go away. I don't want whatever you're selling.
Okay, sorry, my bad. I'll be going then. You know, the town of Aleswell can probably get used to their plight. Maybe it's not even bothering them that much.
Howard?
Oh, for crying out loud, fine. I'm just saying my mom told me to respect no soliciting signs, and that seemed like a pretty clear warning. Is he invisible too? Hey, so heads up, an invisibility spell usually only works if you get the entire outfit done. You can make a really cool Tails and Talos costume out of this.
Oblivion take you. What is it you want from me?
First of all, that is hilarious. Oh my god, Ankatar, I have so many questions. I am such a big fan. The second I heard that there was a possible future for a career as a wizard outside of the Mages Guild where I can just hang out in some abandoned fort all day with my pets and nobody comes to bother me, I knew I had to check you out. I want to know everything about you. I want to know what your future looks like. I want to know what advice you have for me, what you would do different if you could go back in time. And also, how can we lift the invisibility spell on Aleswell? Because that is kind of messed up, dude.
Yes, I have been working on a new invisibility spell. As you can see, it works quite well.
Maybe say quite well with an asterisk next to it, because right now I'm seeing a few, defects.
Oh, really? Everyone in town? You see, in order to increase the efficacy of the spell, the radius was likely to approach the... Oh, never mind, I don't mean to bore you.
No, go on. This is why I'm here, dude. I kind of want to learn. You've already taught me more about magic than the entire Mages Guild has in the past month.
Ah, a fellow mage. Please excuse my rudeness earlier. I find most people extremely tedious.
Me too. Oh, I love this guy. He's my new best friend. Sorry, Martin, move over.
The explosions are scaring the sheep, or a plague of rats ate all our crops. Every day, another complaint.
How inconsiderate.
I decided that permanent invisibility was the only way to get some peace and quiet.
I understand, but according to Vanto's third law...
I know. You're about to quote Vanto's third law. Don't worry. The invisibility is not actually permanent. You can tell the villagers not to worry. It will wear off eventually.
Oh boy, I'm sure they'll love that answer. I'm sure that'll give me a nice bonus tip for all the hard work I did if I tell them they just have to wait it out. It's not like they have businesses to run.
Well, in a year or two, maybe a bit more.
So what good is an invisibility spell if you can't turn it off at will? That sounds less like a spell and more like a curse. Are you actually cursed and you just don't want to tell anyone? So you're using this identity as a mage to be like, no, it was all my idea, I promise. I didn't accidentally piss on the grave of my ex-girlfriend and now her spirit has cursed me to be invisible for a year?
Here, stand in the center of town to make sure you get everyone. And make sure... Never mind, it should be fine.
Did you have to say that so evil? Now I'm pretty sure this thing is actually going to turn me into a pig.
Just in case, it might be best if you wore this ring while you were casting the spell.
Once again, incredibly important details are being kept out unless I ask the right questions. You guys are so petty. It's like being in a relationship with someone who says, oh, you just wouldn't understand how hard it is unless you say the exact right combination of words. You know, I gotta admit, at first I thought you were really cool, but seeing that you're just an invisible dude who hangs out in the middle of nowhere, and that you found out you accidentally cursed an entire town with invisibility, and your first thought was not to pull out the reverse invisibility spell, suddenly I'm kind of lost all my faith in your intelligence. I'm gonna go now. I think I'm giving up on the idea of finding positive role models in the magic world to look up to. Alright, so how does this work? I'm supposed to hold out my finger and extend my palm like so. Whoops.
Look what you've done!
Oh no, he's pissed. I am so sorry. I promise I did not mean to do that whatsoever. If it helps, you've got a really lovely face. Look, I'm sorry. Can you give me like another one? Did you have like a backup saved somewhere?
What do you mean? You need another one. I believe the instructions were very clear.
Yeah, a little too clear, actually.
Lucky for you, I made a backup scroll. Here, but I don't want to see you again.
Oh great, what am I gonna do without my good friend Ankatar? We've been through so much together. Another bridge burned, Howard. If you keep this up, you're gonna be running out of friends before too long. I don't know how I'm gonna go another day without... what's his name? I've already forgotten. But hey, at least he gave me a new spell to try out, which could very well do, something to me. I guess we'll find out. Winston, if I don't come back from this, I want you to take all my belongings and put them in a safety deposit box, and then tell a stranger to check it in 50 years, and everything that he needs will be inside. All right, who's ready to become visible again? Are you ready, Shaggle?
Talk to Dirham in the inn.
That sounds ready to me. Let's go. Haha, it worked. I can see you in your big ugly face.
Hey, do you mind not trampling on my crops? What do you want?
Wow, this guy is tunnel vision when it comes to life, just on from one issue to the next.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Some of my best friends are out.
All right, let me stop you right there. No good conversation has ever started out that way.
Thank you, thank you. I can't tell you how good it feels to be able to see myself again.
Wow, that is not at all how I imagined you looking. You look like you're younger than me.
My sisters, on the other hand, I wouldn't mind if they had stayed invisible.
Oh wow, no one laughed at that one. That was a little awkward.
Oh, it's you.
Wow, you are much uglier than I expected.
I know you saved us and everything, but it does get tiresome after a while.
Well, I'm so sorry that the details of how I returned you to the mortal realm are so inconvenient. Next time I'll be sure to leave you invisible so the world doesn't have to look at your ugly-ass lollipop face.
Go bother someone else.
Okay, fine, I will. I'll bother your sister. I'm sure she'll be much more sensible.
You really enjoy this whole hero thing, don't you? Everybody fawning all over you.
So far, the only person in town who has been fawning over me is your brother, and he's the leader of the town. He's really the only one of you that expresses any gratitude. I kind of see why Inkatar did this to you. He claims it was an accident, but I wouldn't be surprised if he just wanted to wipe this village off the face of the earth, because I certainly know I do. That's not a threat. I just was thinking out loud, oh gods, I gotta be careful when I say stuff like that. I'm now acting on behalf of the Mages Guild.
Ah, the savior of Aleswell. Whatever you need, I'm at your service.
Great, I need you to move out of the way. You're standing in front of the door. All right, well, another group of innocent civilians rescued because Howard stepped in. Am I really that incredible of a person? Or is all of Cyrodiil that incompetent? You know what I just realized? I don't think I actually put the ring on. Well, I'm sure if I didn't notice any immediate side effects, what's the worst that could happen?